So if you're an early stage founder or you're preparing to start building your product, but you're not technical and you're depending on some other team or company or firm to build your product, there are three things that you want to make sure you have access to make sure that you're in the loop, that you're aware of how things are going and how the overall product is being delivered. Now, the first one thing that you want is access to the architecture diagram. And in the early phases, this may just be like an illustration or a diagram with some text markup. So like Figma is really common and useful for this sort of thing. And that's going to show you how your system has to be built or what are all of the components and services and integrations that need to be in place in order for your product to be delivered as an app or platform or whatever it is as a technical product. Now, the second thing you want to have access to is your team's ticketing system. And this is going to be how they really work together, how they share information, how they communicate requirements down into deliverables. And really, it's going to give you a very clear idea of how your team works. How do they work with each other? How do they collaborate with each other? And that will give you an idea of, again, who's all involved, how things are going. And it's a certain level of detail that you can't just get from like check-in emails. And the third thing that you want to have access to is the code. And you can see that behind the architecture and behind access to the ticket system, the code is actually kind of the least important thing. The other two aspects, the other two properties, those are really going to inform the quality of the code itself. Now, having access to these three things gives you the ability to say, hey, I want to take this architecture and get a second opinion, or I want someone else to come in and review the team's tickets, how we're working together, how they're working through the backlog. And those things are, again, going to inform any type of outside code review. So again, if you're a non-technical founder, those are three things that are going to help you stay in the loop and ensure that the vision you have in your head is being translated into the product that you want to see.